So it looks like some of the pieces on the inside are broken. So the screw is just spinning. The housing piece is broken, so let's get back this fella out. There we go. Little needle nose to the rescue. The carnage on this mirror is horrific. This is a screw for the camera. One more screw. It's kind of hidden. Alright, we're back. Underneath, there is a tiny little screw right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's right there. Phillips. I had to get a stubby Phillips in order to get the clearance to get that out. There we go. Alright, stubby Phillips. Let's see if we can get this housing off now. Some of the pieces in here are sharp. Alright, next is this motor piece has to come out of the way. How do we get that guy out of the way? There we go. All right. That's the piece the mirror holds on to. Looks like it's just in there with pressure on the center. So I'll set that aside. Alright, now we can get our housing out. Let me fish these wires out of here. Out of that hole. Right there. Hope you can see that. Damaged housing. Back side, front side. I took a doozy. Here's some more of the carnage. Lovely. Alright, here's the mirror without the housing. Looks very strange. Hopefully nothing on this piece was broken. Nothing looks obviously broken. One screw goes into here. One screw goes into there vertically. This one goes horizontally. And the other screw goes into the other part of the housing. So I think we're good. I don't see anything broken. Alright, Let's get the new pieces, see how it goes. Alright, so it looks like I can definitely attach this up before attaching the camera. I can just feed the wires back. Alright. And the third Phillips, I believe, goes from back housing to the front housing through that hole. We still have 2 screws for the camera. One screw definitely goes into this housing. Another piece, I believe, goes into one of these guys. We thread the wires through first. Want no rattling going on as I'm driving around. Alright, first screw into the housing. This plastic is thin. And I think that's actually a good thing, because I think that if it was a stronger, thicker plastic, this whole thing would have been ripped off, and maybe even damaged the door. But because the plastic was so thin, I think it sacrificed itself and allowed the rest of the mirror to live. Even the glass, as you saw, was intact. Alright, so last screw for the mirror, for the camera housing goes in here. Make sure it's seated in place. There you go. Alright. We are good with the camera. I gotta figure out where the wires go. These guys go through here. That's for the heated mirror. Alright, now let's go slowly. That clicks inside there. Nope, that screw has to go through there too, darn it. Alright. This lower screw goes through both housings. We back that guy out. Does that one go? Yep, upper screw goes through both housings too. So you gotta put the housing on first, then screw it in. I didn't know that to begin with because my housing was completely damaged. Alright, let's try again. This guy has to go. Sounded healthy. Let's see. Alright, so we're blocking the camera. Lower screw. It's hard to see this one. this screw is the last screw for the housing. It's about 28 degrees out here, and my hands have a hard time holding on to these screws. It's so cold. All right, need to go slowly with that bottom screw. All right, as you heard, the back side of that bolt broke as I was tightening it. Like I said, it's very thin plastic. What I would suggest is put a piece of needle nose, put a pair of needle nose on the back side of that plug where the screw goes into, and hold it as you tighten it. Once it's tight, it acts as a nut, so it's okay that it's actually cracked. It still seems solid, so we're good to go. Finish the rest of the project. Get our wires fed through. Yeah, make sure that they're in their nice housings down here, not in the way. This one gets plugged back into here. Wires fed through. We're all good. Okay. Next step is reassembling the mirror, the front side of the mirror piece. All right. So this guy goes in. Looks like it just presses in. There, yep, okay. All right, next step is the mirror itself. All right, plug our heater wires back in. One, two. And let's see, it grabs there and there. All right, we're good. Last step is the cap. The cap connects 1, 2, 3 hooks. It's not a hook, it's a guide. There's a guide on the bottom. Alright. The guides on the inside look the most complicated, so I'm going to start there. And make sure that we're underneath and over where we need to go. So far we're good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're in. And I'm only bleeding in 2 spots because that plastic was freaking sharp. Alright, if you want to see what the inside of the mirror looks closer like, this is it. Number 1, interesting. This is the front side of the housing. See, it's smashed. It looks like what happened was the camera sticks out further, and I'm guessing that whatever hit the mirror actually hit the camera housing, and that shattered all underneath. Shattered the housing where the camera held on to. I don't know what happened to the cap. The cap was missing. But the rest of the housing seemed to hold together pretty well. That's just a drain hole. Any water that gets in here or in here can actually drain out the bottom. Here's that screw hole for the underside of the mirror housing. Bottom screw hole, which is the one I broke. That piece was a plastic nub that goes right there. Once it's tightened, it's not a big deal because it actually holds together. But that's it. And this is the upper screw hole, goes into here. But yeah, carnage. Tools I used: number 2 Phillips, short, stubby, and regular Phillips. Locking pliers and a pry tool. That's it.